You're listening to The Bird Bath, presented by The Fountain Report. I'm your host, Ryan Leach. Welcome back to The Bird Bath. Each week, we scrape the surface of the news you need to know, so let's get into it. It's a new year and plenty of new roles are announced across the veterinary industry. To kick us off, Banfield Pet Hospitals has named Dr. Alea Harrison as the Chief Medical Officer for Banfield. Dr. Harrison will be overseeing more than 3,600 veterinarians across the practice's more than 1,000 hospitals nationwide. Harrison has been with Banfield for more than 17 years in progressive leadership roles, starting as a veterinarian in the practice's hospitals, and most recently was serving as the acting CMO after former Banfield Dr. Molly McAllister was appointed Chief Medical Officer of Mars Veterinary Health, which is Banfield's parent company. Another company in the Mars portfolio is Blue Pearl. They've announced Dr. Richard Stone as their Chief Medical Officer for Blue Pearl practices. Stone, who joined Blue Pearl in 2011 as an internal medicine specialist, has served as Blue Pearl's Vice President of Medicine for the last several years, and he'll fill in a position left vacant by Dr. Jimmy Barr, who is moving to the role of Chief Medical Officer of Mars Science and Diagnostics. So a lot of movements around the Mars ecosystem, or planet, if you will, but lots of interesting things and always great to see new DVMs or DVMs moving up into more senior roles within these organizations. Another company announcing some new positions is Embark Veterinary. The canine DNA test maker welcomes new veterinary advisory board members, Doctors Sue Edinger, Mike Greenberg, and Marty Greer, who have joined the board to provide an external animal health sector perspective and enable successful commercialization of Embark's products. The new members' diverse backgrounds, expertise, and leadership will be crucial as we continue to empower veterinarians, breeders, and pet owners alike to make informed decisions that will improve the life and longevity of all dogs, said Embark CEO Amish Desai. Another big announcement that happened in veterinary medicine is a new investment by L. Catterton. L. Catterton has announced it's made a strategic investment in Sploot Veterinary Care, which offers services including routine checkups, dental treatment, surgeries, and urgent and emergency care. Sploot currently operates 7 clinics across Denver and Chicago, with another clinic expected to open this month. According to the announcement, the investment will support Sploot's long-term growth and strategic objectives. Now, this is not El Catterton's first dive into the veterinary space. Currently, they're the majority shareholder of Alliance Animal Health, and they were the previous owners of Pet Vet Care Centers, which is both extremely large consolidation groups in the space. 2024 has definitely heated up in the investments, with money flowing, as we're talking about here, into Sploot, but also earlier this month, we talked about the investment into Heart and Paw, as well as many others rounding out last year, companies such as Good Vet and many others receiving large strategic investments. So if you've been wanting to see where consolidation is going, keep up, because it is really kicking off in a very major way for 2024. Taking the news to the grassroots, there was a really interesting thread on Reddit. Now, if you're not familiar with Reddit, it's kind of a place to go if you want to know absolutely anything, and probably a better source for Google results than Google is itself. But in one of the subreddits, Our Veterinary, there was a interesting topic that was brought up by a user. They named the thread Salary Transparency. The user posted a thread saying, "Hi everyone, I'm hoping with anonymity veterinarians will post their salary, production details, PTO, and CE allowances. Details like how busy you are, the region you work in, and your gender would be really helpful. I'll go first." And then they jumped into some of the numbers that they're actually seeing as a veterinarian in their area. And then over 100 other veterinarians, or people saying to be veterinarians, that's the tough thing with Reddit, it is anonymous, put in there their income, what they're expecting to see as far as PTO, what type of salary, what type of production, and all of the other details that are really interesting and expected to make waves in the industry. Now, as consolidation continues to be a major piece in the industry, anywhere from 25 to 40% of practices, depending on how you identify that, The groups are starting to have a good understanding of what the true salary compensation is. But this thread was particularly interesting to me because we talk about how much veterinarians are making. We talk about what these industry is earning. We talk about the total investment into these spaces, but putting a name and a region and a location and a gender and a time and a PTO and all of those things into a post was pretty interesting. So if you aren't on Reddit, you can still go and check out the thread, but I highly recommend checking out what Our Veterinary has to say there. There were people talking about their experiences with LA Diagnostics, which were positive experiences. There were people talking about what they think about interactions with practice managers. And one of the users actually posted as well a list that they're compiling of veterinary compensation on veterinarycomp.com. Again, I have not been able to verify these details with them yet. I'm still reaching out to some people to get more, but it's something that over the past few days has been keeping me really interested. So I highly recommend anyone check out that subreddit and see what you think about the numbers that people are posting. We had everywhere from large animal equine doctors on there posting $90,000 of income up to doctors working in academia posting $300,000, $400,000, $500,000 worth of income with major production ranges. One even listed a $725,000 comp based on production. So check it out. Love to hear what people think on there. And if you're a Reddit user, hop on and make your own comments. It would be cool to be able to build a resource for people to see. Some good news for cat lovers is veterinary professionals say that the cat-friendly certificate program has helped reduce patient stress. In a recent study by the American Association of Feline Practitioners, 98% of their respondents said that their cat-friendly certificate program helped them reduce stress in feline visits. Royal Canin released the results of the survey, which it conducted in partnership with the AAFP, and the findings were published in a white paper collecting 822 response from individuals who had completed the cat-friendly certificate. As many people know, and anyone that either owns a cat or has cared for cats, getting cats to the veterinarian for care is an ongoing challenge in the profession, and the stress of a veterinary visit is an important reason many cats don't receive regular veterinary care. And the AAFP developed this certificate with the intention of teaching veterinary team members improved individual knowledge, skills, and best in-clinic practice for feline medicine. One of the numbers that came out of the survey that I found very interesting was that more than 88% of respondents reported that they have implemented strategies and techniques to promote positive experiences for cats, including, and here are the actionable steps, right? Examining the cat in the cat's preferred location, offering treats and other positive reinforcement, giving cats a break to minimize fear, anxiety, and other stress-reducing tactics. So if you have been looking for ways to increase the compliance of pet owners for felines, or even if you just want to increase your skills, make sure to check out the American Association of Feline Practitioners. They have a ton of cool things on there, and they even have a fun website, which is catvets.com. So check them out. There's a new pharmacy hitting the web. AlleyVet and the AKC have launched AKCRx and will offer a full complement of FDA and EPA prescription and over-the-counter drugs for a wide range of animals, including dogs, cats, horse, livestock, and birds. So don't let the AKC portion of it. It is more than just medicines for your dogs. And what they're doing with this partnership is that all orders placed through AKCRx.com are then processed and filled by AlleyVet. AlleyVet is a name that some of you may know, but it's also a name that many of you have probably interacted with or worked with on the back end. They're a major e-commerce player in the pharmaceutical space, and they're offering this new opportunity for businesses to be able to white label and customize their own pharmacy experience for pet parents. And in this instance, launching it first with the AKC. Now, the AKC has quite a few different monetization strategies, but the pharmacy space is one that they weren't in before. Currently, they're using monetization of their platform with animal registrations, data reports, events, and then their more traditional e-commerce shop. But as the veterinary pharmacy space continues to get more crowded, with Chewy still touting the title as the leaders, it's something that I think we'll begin to see more and more companies coming into. Both Walmart and Amazon have heavily invested in the vet space as well. So if we hear more announcements of new pharmacies, whether it's brand new, fresh out of the box versions like what Blue Rabbit brought to the market, or even white labeling like Ally Vet is offering. I think we'll hear a lot more of these stories. Finally, kind of a fun YouTube video for everyone to watch. We're a bit behind the 8 ball on this one, but I thought it would be fun to give everyone a chance to smile a bit. Mr. Beast, the YouTuber with 233 million subscribers, just put out a video last month saying, "I rescued 100 abandoned dogs." Now, the thing that's especially interesting about this was the sponsors. Spot Insurance, as well as Jinx Dog Food, were 2 sponsors for the video with Mr. Beast. In just the last month, the video has garnered over 110 million views, so I'm assuming it was sponsorship money well spent. But it's been pretty neat to be able to see companies that we're hearing about growing through the bird bath, and we're hearing about them coming from raising first investment rounds to now being featured on the largest YouTube channel in the world. So very interesting and great sponsorship and placement there for Spot Insurance as well as Jinx. And thank you to Mr. Beast. I always love seeing what Jimmy has up his sleeve, and this was one that felt really cool and really close to home. For anyone wondering, they did send all of the families through a vetting process as well as offer them training, insurance, and food to allow them to have the most seamless adoption experience possible. So if you haven't checked out Mr. Beast's most recent video there about adopting dogs, make sure to check it out. For more on these and other stories, join us by subscribing to the Fountain Report. There's a link in our bio, and don't miss out on any episodes by subscribing and rating the show. For the Bird Bath, I'm Ryan Leach. See you next week.